What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Awakening Chaos Era video. Alright everyone, today we're going to talk about how I make my 6 stars from start to finish. And at the end of this video, we're going to pick the giveaway winners, and I'm also going to talk about the future of the channel. Nothing bad or anything, just want to talk about what I plan on doing going forward for January and February. So if you're interested in all of that, make sure you watch to the end, and to see if you won the sub celebration, of course. But for this video, we're going to talk about how I choose my 6 stars, how I make them, farm them, all that great stuff. So let's get right into this one. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. Hope you guys had a great, awesome Christmas. I know I did. We streamed live and we had a great time. So if you guys aren't a part of the Twitch side of things, the link is always down below. Come join us on Twitch. And 2-3 hours after this video goes up, I'm going to be giving away 3 of the current battle passes. So if you didn't get the battle pass yet, you have a chance to get one. So thank you guys for all the support. I love you guys. I'll see you at the end for the giveaway. But let's get right into this one and let's talk about how I make my 6 stars. So the first thing I always do when I want to make a 6 stars, I look at the content I'm doing in the game currently. Actually, you know what? Let's start from the bare beginning when you just start playing Awakening. Let's just say it's your first couple days in, because global launch is coming, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of new players soon. That's another reason I want to make this video. We're going to get an influx of new players. So let's talk about your first 2 6 stars and what they should be. And that should always be your farmers. So for example, Zatlox is one of the best farmers in the game, so he's always going to be a great choice for one of your first 6 stars. Same thing with Hydrissa, or anything that does AoE damage in general is always going to be one of the best farmers. I say Zatlox because still, hands down, he's one of the best early game farmers in the game. You're not going to get any faster or better than Zatlox himself. But if you don't have Zatlox and in the meantime you need a farmer, Hydrissa is always a great choice. Same with Zatlox and Hydrissa, they fall off more late game. Not that they're terrible or unusable, it's just they tend to fall off because their uses is more for farming, especially early game. They're just the fastest and easiest to build farmers in the game currently. So with that being said, that just makes them really, really good early game and easy to build. Now all heroes in this game cost the same exact resources when it comes to building outside of abilities. So elites are going to be less abilities than epics and legendaries. But other than the abilities, everything else is the exact same. It costs the same glyphs, same gear, same resource, the 6 star. Everything else is the exact same. So the way I always look at it, if you have an epic or a legendary, it's better to build them, because outside the abilities, you're going to be spending the same resources anyways, and that epic or legendary is probably going to last you longer than the elite champion will. Not that the elite champion is bad, and there's nothing wrong with 6-starring Zac early on, because he's one of the best farmers in the game until you break into late game mythic. So there's nothing wrong with 6-starring Zac or Mary or Connor. It's just later on you might find yourself not using them, supposed to if you 6-starred Blackhorn, Hydrissa, or something of those lines. Just to throw that in here, I have nothing against 6-starring elites, I just don't do it myself. So if you're early game, you're going to be 6-starring your farmer, Valerie, Hydrissa, Zatlox, whatever it is. That's going to be your early game 6-star, as in your first couple 6 stars, you're going to be making a pair of farmers, because the way this game works is you want more than 1 farmer, you need at least 2, especially when you start breaking into the Mythic campaign. So now you have your 2 farmers, you're good to go, you want to start building your first team. The way I look at it is I look at the current content that I'm trying to clear, whether it's Endless Trial, Ash Gear Dungeon, Queen Gear Dungeon, whatever the content is I'm trying to clear, that is the 6 stars I'm going to focus on first. This way I'm not wasting 6 stars. At this point, I don't regret any 6 star that I made currently, and that's because every single 6 star I have on my account, I made it for a specific situation. Now, after they changed Ash, the bomb thing, Shadow Blood is a little bit of a regret, but not much, because I still use her in other content, so she's okay. I use her in Guild Boss content, stuff like that. So she's still usable, but she's probably my biggest regret to this point, because I didn't need to 6 star her right then and there. I could have waited later on to actually 6 star her, but she's still not a regret. But in gacha games, you'll find yourself regretting some of your 6 stars, and the best way to not regret a 6 star is to build it for a specific piece of content or a specific reason. And in doing that, you're always going to use that 6 star or that character long term. Even if you get something better and you replace it, at least you got the use you needed out of it at that current time. So let's say I want to build a team for Ash. Those are going to be my first 6 stars. So for example, I'm using Hydrissa, I'm using William, I'm using Nathalia, and I'm using Blackhorn. Now, Blackhorn is a support. I would only 6-star him if I had to, so if I noticed he was dying, then I would 6-star him. If not, I'm just going to max everything else out on him, as in his glyphs, abilities. I'm going to leave him as a 5-star, see how he does, and if I don't need to 6-star him, I won't. Because I don't want to 6-star supports, I'd rather 6-star DPSs, because DPSs, you have to squeeze out every little bit of DPS stats that you possibly can. Supports are much easier to gear and build because you can just stack HP and defense, and that's all they're there for, is to survive. A DPS, you want to do as much damage as possible, so that's why I always 6-star my DPSs first over my supports. And if you look at my current 6 stars, you'll see that the only support I have at the moment 6-star is William, and that's just because he's God tier, and I think everybody at this point would 6-star William over probably any other champion in the game, just because of how much play he gets. He's used in every single piece of content in the game currently. So William is never a bad option for a 6-star. He's one of those supports that can be 6-star because of how good he is and what he brings to the table. So now you picked your team that you want to build, and now you want to start building it and 6-starring it. I'm not going to use the Ash team, for example. I'm going to start from a fresh one. For this video, I'm going to stick with Rickers to show you how I built him from the ground up, because I'm building him alongside Harkin, because I think they have a great combination in just boss content in general, and I'm really lacking in the guild boss stuff. So I want to build these two up because I really think they're going to up my overall damage in a lot of content. So the first thing I do with any champion that I want to build up is I get it up to 5 stars first, and make sure I have the food to be able to 6-star that character. So you'll see all my foodies here at the bottom. I work on these day in and day out by farming a venture campaign, which we'll get into in just 1 second, because that goes hand in hand with making a 6-star. So the first thing I do is I bring the character up to 5 stars, and when I'm doing that, I go to their glyphs. I click on whatever glyph I need. You can see I can already max out Rickard's glyph, so he's a bad example. Let's use something else that doesn't have max glyphs. So let's say Taya, for example, I want to start building her. I'm going to go to her glyph page, and I'm going to click on each glyph. And in doing that, it's going to show me where I need to farm this glyph in Mythic or normal campaign. Wherever you are in the game, it doesn't matter. When you click it, it'll show you where you can farm it. Whatever you have open, that's where you're going to farm it, obviously. The higher stage, the better, but if you can't farm a higher stage, there's nothing wrong with that. You still have to start somewhere, so you can start at 9-1 hard, it doesn't matter, or 2-4 Mythic. For me, I'm going to go to 6-4 Mythic because I don't have 10-4 Mythic open yet. So now in doing this, what I'm doing is I'm farming Jelly at the same time as farming up my 6-star, and we're also potentially farming gear, and we're farming gold at the same time. I've made other videos on this, but this kind of goes hand in hand with making a 6-star. And once I pin down the glyphs that I need to farm, I'll go to multi-battle, go to bonuses, pop my Jelly. I don't have one right now, but I'll pop my 100% Jelly, and I will go in and start farming the glyphs on that character. And at the same time as doing this, I'm going to be able to 6-star the character because I'm going to be farming the Jelly for that character at the same exact time. And these go hand in hand with each other. So as I'm farming the glyphs, I'm farming the food to make a 6-star at the same exact time. Once you get your glyph tree to level 5, you should have enough food to be able to 6-star that character that you're building currently. So what I like to do is buy all the foodies from the diamond shop. Now, even if you're free to play, you should still be buying the foodies from the diamond shop because they save you so much jelly and it just makes life so much easier. There's also a ton of events in the game that give them, you can get foodies all over the place. It just cuts the jelly you output by tenfold. Now, obviously you can't always use foodies, especially if you want to make rapid amount of 6-stars. But what I've been doing over the past couple weeks is just saving all of my foodies, because what's going to happen is you're going to have your main core team. You're going to be farming Mythic campaign more than anything else. You might do some gear dungeon farms and, you know, the endless trial stuff like that. But overall, you're going to have your main team 6-starred and a couple supports up there with your main team, your main DPSs. And then that's going to allow you to just sit there and farm week on top of week, stack up your foodies, stack up your resources, and then it just makes making 6-stars a lot easier. Because now I'm at the point where I could just produce 6-stars at a massive rate. I can 6-star anything I want at any time. You guys will see all the foodies we have leveled up on top of all the blue stones that I have saved up. So I can basically make unlimited amounts of 6-stars at this point, especially when I farm the glyphs, giving me more jelly, which is going to give me more 6-stars. So I'd say the key thing in making a 6-star is make sure you're making a 6-star that you're going to use long term. When you're farming the 6-star glyphs, make sure you have that XP booster drop. I see a lot of people on Twitch and just watching background content, people not popping that XP jelly booster. You guys don't understand how important it is. It's worth the 150 gems if you don't have one. Trust me, even if you're free to play, spend that 150 gems. It is definitely worth it because then you'll stock up so much jelly that you'll be able to just produce 6-stars. No problem, and you'll never have to worry about not being able to 6-star something ever again. Even if you're not using foodies, you will still be able to make 6-stars just based on the amount of jelly that you'll get. You'll see that I'm always sitting on about 3 million jelly myself. And again, we can make about 5 or 6 6-stars right now without touching any of this current green jelly that we have. But to just wrap this all up, when I make a 6-star, I make sure that I'm making it for a specific reason, whether it's arena content, Ash content, or just overall usage. Something like a William, for example, he's used everywhere, so he's never going to be a bad 6-star, even though he's a support. And we always say you don't really need a 6-star support. Something like a William is used so much, there's no reason not to 6-star him. He's always going to be a great support option. So when it comes to picking your 6-stars, just make sure you're going to use that 6-star long term, and then you won't regret any 6-stars that you make along the way. Because that's what tends to happen is people start 6-starring stuff, and they're like, oh, why did I 6-star that unit? I didn't need to. I could have waited. And another great thing about this game is that you could fully max out the character without 6-starring it. So you can max out the glyphs, the abilities, everything on the tree. You can max it completely out. You can put max gear on the character, and you don't need to 6-star the character. So you could test the character first before you even bring the character to a 6-star and bring it into content. So basically 5-star, max it out, bring it into content, see if you're going to use it. And then if it works really well, then you can 6-star it and it'll work better. So you don't even really need to 6-star stuff in this game right away, because if you max out the glyph tree, you're going to get a ton of stats just from that. Yes, the base stats for being a 6-star are great too, but most of the time you won't even need to 6-star that character unless it's a raw DPS character. Most of the characters that do damage, like Rickards off of max HP or Lodic that does damage based off their max HP, they probably don't even need to be 6-starred for quite some time. And that's a great way to look at it. This way you're not just making 6-stars for no reason and then gonna regret it in the future. Even now, you guys can see I can make so many 6-stars, but I haven't made them because I want to make sure the 6-star I make next is a 6-star that I'm going to use long term. So I'm probably going to bring up something like Yolanda and Rickards and Harkin because I know they're going to be great on a team or great team synergy for Arena. And not just for Arena, because Rickards and Harkin are used in Guild Boss and just all sorts of content, Endless Trial. They're just really solid characters. I feel like any character that you can just stack HP on is always going to be a long-term character and just a great option for a 6-star. I can't even tell you guys how many characters I brought up at this point to 5-stars and then decided not to 6-star them. Jonathan, I am going to 6-star eventually. Just I have so many ward units, and there's so many ward units in the game right now that are so strong. I just don't need to 6-star him yet. I do think Jonathan's going to be great for the Ash Gear Dungeon, so I will 6-star him eventually. Even Scarlet's a really good unit too, but again, she doesn't need to be 6-starred for what I'm using her for. I use her in the ability dungeon, and she does it just fine without being a 6-star. As Rain is a really good character, but again, I don't need a 6-star. Same thing with Helmar, so they're just going to stay at 5-stars at this point. And what I did was I brought them up, I maxed them out, I maxed their glyphs, and I brought them into the content I want to use them in. And being that they ended up doing the job fine, now I can 6-star something else and still use this hero in the current content that I want to use it in because it works just fine not being a 6-star. So I recommend you guys, when you're going to make a 6-star, max the glyphs, max the abilities first, bring it into the content you want to use it in, and then you can decide if you want to make that character a 6-star or not. And in doing that, you won't regret 6-stars in the future. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. I think I explained everything I wanted to explain. Real quick, I want to touch on the XP booster. That's going to be here after you buy from the diamond shop. You get a bunch from the game as well. Just make sure you're always using it. You can turn it on and off when you're farming or not. Just if you're doing Mythic campaign or any campaign for that matter, you should always, no matter what, have an XP booster drop and make sure your heroes are maxed out. So whether they're 4-star or 5-star or 6-star, make sure they're maxed 30, 40, 50, or 60. And in doing that, you'll get the XP jelly overflow, and that will allow you to make as many 6-stars as you want. A lot of free-to-play players ask me, is it worth buying the double XP card for 6 hours? 100% it is, because you should always have one running. You shouldn't really be farming any campaign without having one of these double XP cards popped. So that's how I pick and choose the 6-stars I'm making and how I was able to bring up so many foodies. And foodies are half the amount of XP to bring up. So if you save your foodies every week and you bring these up instead of bringing up your other heroes, you're going to save so much jelly. You're going to stack jelly on top of jelly because these cost so much less to bring to a 5-star than an actual character does. I can't tell you the jelly you will save just using foodies and nothing else. So I definitely think it's worth the 80 gems in the diamond shop to buy the 3 per week. Because even if you're free to play, you're still getting gems per week from doing just the quest, the game, all that great stuff. That's going to give you free gems. I do recommend using those gems on the XP jelly booster first and on your 3 foodies because this is going to save you a ton of jelly in the long term. Now, mid to late game, this might not be the case. You probably don't need foodies as much because you're not going to need to make as many 6-stars. But early game, it's definitely the best way to do it because foodies will save you a ton of jelly long term, and you'll be able to make 6-stars at a really, really fast rate. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. We're going to get to the giveaway part of things. So I will see you guys in just a second, and we're going to pick the sub celebration winners. I will be right back. And poof, we're back. Before we get into the giveaway part of things, I want to address a few things about the channel and where we're going forward. Now, I know a lot of you guys are here for the near content, and I promise you guys I'm going to go back to the near content. Just give me a little bit of time. It's just this week and last week are really, really busy for me in the business that I do or the job that I do. These last 2 weeks have been really hectic for me, or even this past month has just been really hectic for me. Going forward, I plan on posting at least 2 near videos per week, 1 cookie video, and then 4 Awakening Chaos Era videos going forward. So don't worry, it's coming. I know sometimes I only post 3, 4, 5 videos a week, and that's just because my everyday job, I work 70 hours a week, and it's tough sometimes to keep up with everything, but I do the best that I can, and I promise near content is coming back. I know they had a huge update recently. They added a new story, so I'm excited to get back into it. So don't worry, I'm coming back. If you're here for near content, it's coming back soon. But let's pick the giveaway winners. Here we go. Thank you guys so much for 4K subs. We're riding so close to 5K subs. We'll be starting another sub celebration really soon as well. Every 1,000 subs, I'd like to do one of these giveaways just to give back to you guys and say thanks. So we're going to scroll down to the giveaway video. I'm going to click it, and we are going to open up the comment picker like we always do. So this is the video we're going to be picking the comment from. I'm going to copy and paste the link, but before we do that, let me open up the YouTube comment picker. So let me do that real quick. Okay, we're back. That took a lot longer than I wanted it to. I actually haven't used the random comment picker in a long time, and there's so many of them here on YouTube or just when you search comment picker, and I like this one the best. This is my favorite one, and for some reason it's so hard to find. Thank God I posted a link to somebody in the past and I was able to find it, but it took me like an hour. I'm literally sitting here for an hour trying to find this comment picker because there's just so many now. So very thankful that I found it. So here we are, back to the video. We are going to copy and paste this link over to our random comment picker, my favorite one. We're going to click paste. We're going to check the ending. So we got double H 1K, and we're going to go back to the video, make sure it's the same one. So we got double H 1K. That is the same video. So we're going to click fetch. We're going to do anything goes, like I told you guys. We're not going to include implies, and we are not going to allow duplicates. And that's going to give us 56 comments. Thank you guys so much for the support. Anyone that commented and liked this video, I really appreciate it. You guys are the ones that allow me to do these giveaways just by watching the content, supporting it. You guys have no idea how much that helps the channel going forward. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So let's pick our first winner. $25 each for 4 people. You can either get PayPal, iTunes. iTunes has been really hard for me to get the iTunes gift card. So preferably I'd like to do PayPal or Google Play gift card if possible. If you can only get iTunes, we'll work something out. It's just that one's really hard for me to get where I live right now. I don't know if it's because of what's going on in the world right now. It just seems that every store by me does not sell iTunes gift cards anymore. But we'll work it out, PayPal or any gift card of your choice. So here we go. Congratulations to our first winner, and that is going to be... You don't know my name by now. I'm currently playing Nier Reincarnation, Revived Witch, and Genshin Impact. I'm basically playing the same games as you. I play Nier on the side as much as I can. I haven't been posting content, but like I said, in the future, I will be posting content on Nier again soon. I do play Revived Witch as a side game. I actually love that game. Not so much for content, but I really do like playing the game. I like it for what it is. But in the future, we will be going back to Nier, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. I promise you, in the near future, Nier Reincarnation is going to come back. So congratulations. Message me on Discord. Let me know how you want your payment, gift card, whatever it is. We will work it out on Discord. Our next winner, and congratulations to Madbro. I'm currently playing Nier Reincarnation. I love watching you have amazing luck during your gotcha pulls. It gives me the dopamine so I don't have to pull myself. Keep up the great work. And congrats on 4K subs. I appreciate it, Madbro. Again, Nier content's coming back soon. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Congratulations. Message me on Discord. Hopefully you watch this video because it's going to be behind a Awakening Chaos era video. I will put giveaway on there so you guys can see it. So hopefully you guys watch this video that played Nier, but Nier is coming soon. Maybe I'll even repost this little ending of the giveaway on a Nier video. This way you guys can see it just in case you don't watch the Awakening content. But congratulations. I'll try to reach out to you. Reach out to me. We'll work it out. Next up, and congratulations to Decoro. I'm currently playing Slime. See, I love Slime, but Slime kind of did me dirty. If you guys want to watch my last video on Slime, it'll fill you in on what happened. Again, Nier Reincarnation, we're going to be soon. Been feeling pretty burnt out in the letter lately, though, but your videos since the beginning have kept me going. Congrats on hitting 4K subs. I appreciate it. I'm glad that my content helps you. Eventually, when I can do this stuff full-time, I'll post on every single game that I play. It's just right now, it's tough. But I promise going forward, we will get Nier back on the channel, because a lot of you guys have been asking me for Nier stuff, and I feel like a lot of you guys are subbed for Nier content. So I promise Nier content after this week will be back in full blast once we get through this New Year's week. January and February are very slow months for me, so I'll be able to keep up with posting on 2 or 3 games, and Nier will definitely be one of those games. So again, message me on Discord. Congratulations, and let me know how you want your payout. Last winner of today, and congratulations to Francisco Ramos. Congrats on 4K sub. Galaxy. I'm currently playing Slime, Revive Witch, and PGR. I actually really like PGR and Slime. Slime did me dirty. PGR is just a game you have to sit down and play, and with all the gacha games I play, I just don't really have time for it. And Revive, which I love too. So we basically all play the same games, just a matter of what content I can post. But just to let you guys know, if you join us on Discord, we have chats for all these games. I play all these games on the side. I just don't have the time to post content on all of them. But I do play like a ton of games, probably like 10 or 15 currently. So I do try to stay in line with all of them. And again, in the future, you don't play Nier, but that will be coming back soon. Revive Witch is kind of tough for content, and Slime did me really dirty, so I'll never play that game again. But thank you so much for being a part of the channel. To everybody else that is a part of the channel, even though you might not play the same game as me, your support is so much appreciated. You don't even know how much I absolutely appreciate you. That's why I do all these giveaways for you guys. But congratulations to our 4 winners. Again, message me on Discord. We'll work out the payment. And don't worry to anybody else that didn't win. We do a ton of giveaways in this community. We're going to be doing the Battle Pass giveaways tonight on Twitch for Awakening Chaos Era. We do random giveaways on the channel. We do 2 monthly Discord giveaways. So just being a part of the community, you guys have a chance to win at something. So thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. I love each and every single one of you. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.